So that's the side we've made up, and then we've made up the other side, which is just the reverse, exactly the same, but just going that way instead. So now you need to make your cover and fit it onto your cover. And bear with me, because it's something that you need to just take your time with. So put those two pieces out of the way. You've got your two covers here. It's the front cover and the back cover, and you want the nice embossed edges to be on your outside covers. Okay, so take your right hand side that you've made up first, double check it's the right hand side one, because you don't want to stick one in upside down. Okay, so you know that one's going there. Your first piece of your spine is here, and this is 4 by 6, and you're going to stick this first bit onto here about 3/4 of an inch in. Doesn't have to be exact, but just needs to be. I'm using bookbinding tape, which is strong. You can use strong double-sided tape.
You're using glue, not doing tape.
No, I am using glue, Kay. Thank you.
Just not mentioning pausing.
Okay, so we're just going to pop that on. Just turn that. Oops. It's probably easier to do it this way, so you line it up straight. Okay, pop that on there. Turn it back over. And then what you can do is actually now run a line of tape just down here. And Kay's been saying, oh, I'm interested to see how you do this bit. Yeah, me too, Kay. Okay, put that on there. Right. So you need to give this time to dry, right? And then you just very lightly bend it with your hand. Don't do it over the edge of a table, because that will be too rough. But if you're worried about it, put your ruler roughly where the edge of the thing is, and just bend it round slightly. Okay. Kay's probably looking at this saying, oh, there's a much easier way to do this, but this is the way I did it. Okay. So that's your left hand side there. Did you just say yes?
I didn't say anything at all.
Okay, so you're going to peel your double-sided tape off here. Now at this point I would put a little bit of glue on, so you've got a little bit of wiggle room, although you won't have much because this is also quite quick grab glue. Right, and you're going to...
You want to take that piece of tape out?
No.
Okay.
Thank you for asking me there. Right, you're going to line it up, one edge of your, in the centre, one edge of your, so just move it down a bit so it's actually on the edge.
You want to bring that up towards the camera?
Actually on the edge. You'll feel it with your hands. So it's butted up onto the edge. Like that. Okay, and this needs to be straight. Okay, so when you turn that, doesn't matter if it's not exactly on, but it needs to be straight, so you can see that's like that now. Okay? Right, so I made up my album before and I thought, oh yeah, this is perfect, put this on, and then that bit didn't fit. Okay, so that's why you need to make it up and measure it up, because even if you've made it just with your black card without your decorative paper, as soon as you put decorative paper on, you've got more depth there. So you can do it, but just give yourself a bit more space. So then just roughly sort of bend it where you think it needs to be. Pop that over the top. And then just put a little...
Do some clips?
Oh, okay. Oops, I nearly fell off the chair then. Move forward. Okay, just put a little... Take your pencil, just put a little pencil mark there and there, like that, okay? Take that out. So now you know that that one is going to line up onto that pencil mark there. And if you've got them slightly different sizes, always go for the further one away. Can you see one's a bit further in there than that one, so go. And I think that will probably be, yeah, about 1.25 inches away. So we're going to stick that one on next. If you want to be sure to get an accurate line, take your ruler. It's hard to see because you've got your black line there, but take your ruler there I'm just going to move it up another one. I'm running it along the edge there. A bit more. And turn it because of the dots. Sorry everybody, I'm just dithering about here. That's it. Okay, I can see that straight there. Draw your line there. Okay.
It's much easier to line up then, isn't it?
It's much easier to line up. The reason I turned it round was because there's holes cut here, so it's hard to see when you're lining it up. I love this ruler, but it doesn't always help. And make sure, again, you've got your embossed edges when you're sticking this down like that. So we'll put glue on here. Going to put that one on there. Line it up. If my line's, you can see my line's slightly off there, but don't worry. This is the bit that needs to be straight. It needs to run straight along with the rest of it. Turn it back over. It's a lot of fiddling about, which is why I didn't demonstrate this on television. Theoretically. Right, it's way out, so you can see that's way out. Just wipe that out. That's better. Okay. So theoretically, when that closes, yep, that lines up like that. Okay. You just and run another line of tape down here. Just really to help hold things in place. So that's that, and then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your other piece of your spine and you're going to stick that on top like that, okay? Don't put tape along there and there because it can stretch the card and cause it to split. But if you've got a good quality cardstock, this will work well. Just pop that straight on like that, and then turn it over. That's your middle piece there. And remember, oops,
It's not straight.
It's not straight either, but also I've got some muck on there. I was just going to say, if you're burnishing black card and you haven't got a Teflon tool, make sure you put copy paper there to hold it in place. That's there, that's there. Don't burnish it hard, you don't want a crease line here, you just want to put those pieces together there, like that. It's not dry yet, give it time to stick. What you can do is exactly the same as you did for the other side, but don't put the red line tape right to the end because it will show. You want to go just burnish, a bit of burnishing. Okay, right, that's that bit there, okay. So now that should start. Give it a rub so it warms the fibres up a little bit. That's it, you're starting to get a nice
curve.
Nice curve, okay. So that's the next bit there. And then you're going to take this one and you're going to stick that. You're going to do exactly the same thing, but you're going to line it up on the other edge. So find where the edge of your chipboard is, put a little pencil mark there and there, and you know that that is going to line up along there like that, okay? And that's the next thing we're going to do. Pop that on there. If you're tired, don't attempt to do this while you're tired. Do it when you're fresh, because it is easy to get in a muddle with it. And stand up if you find that easier. this is the moment of truth.
Quite stuffy. That one's not stuffy, so sit on that.
You can pop another piece of red line tape just this side as well. I'll do it when that's a bit drier. Okay, so this is the moment of truth, so hopefully yay, it works!
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Okay, right, so that's that there. So you're going to let that dry. Run another piece of tape just down here, just to give it extra strength. And I can find the end, just to hold that in place. Just have to take your time and manipulate it, okay? So that's like that there. Okay, so then it's your decoration. Now on the Garden Goddess one, I punched holes and did eyelets here. This time I'm just going to do ribbon ties without punching holes. So I've cut my decorative papers to go in, and you can see I've put little arrow marks on, so I know that I've got the pattern going up the right way. So we're going to stick that one there, but before I stick it on, I can see that I've got a little bit of red line tape overlap there, so we'll take that. I'm going to just take that bit back because we don't want that to show, and I want my ribbon stuck down, so I'll stick my ribbon here. And this time I'm doing it on the inside cover. Sometimes I do it on the outside covers, sometimes I do it on the inside covers. And I know where my centre is because the point is there, so we'll pop that on there. And don't stick your ribbon right to your tape right to the edge, because it will show. And probably because it's being pulled, I'd probably put another piece of double-sided tape on. So we'll pop that one on there. One on there. Give it a bit of burnishing. Okay. And then we're going to stick this on here. Just double check that it lines up okay. It's not going to affect the crease. It's not. So I'll hop that off. Oops. Take that off. Stick this one on.
Do you want to stick that other, take that other bit of tape off?
Yes, I will do. I tend to hike it off because the page is flat,
oh, right,
so
okay.
It catches.
Yeah.
So, as before, line up your decorative edge first. Okay. A little bit of burnishing. And then for each side, I've actually done decorative pocket, and you can see I've pre-cut it and put an arrow so I know it's the right way to stick it up. Do that there, pop that one in there. Again, make sure that your flap will close, which it will. Just burnish that down. I like these papers actually. As the more you work with them, the more you get used to them. I always thought it was a bit restricted with all its florally images. It seemed a bit restricted, but I actually get used to things, don't you? So that's that one there. Okay, and then I'm going to repeat exactly the same thing for the other side. inside's done. You can cut, when you've finished, go through your papers for a decorative strip to put down the centre, like I did here, just to finish it off. And then the front, because this is such a lovely finish. This is Pink Frog.
Oh, is it? Okay.
The
True black.
True black, yeah. It's beautiful. It's so smooth though as well. It's really luxurious is the word I would use.
Right,
okay,
it.
so I'm going to...
A luxurious price.
Yes. So I'm going to pop that one on there as my top cover, and then the same on the back. So peel that off there. Actually, don't put it flat like that because you might bend it and you don't want a crease there. You want to keep that running round. Okay, can you just put your finger on there, please? And finishing off your ribbon ends, just punch a couple of little circles of decorative paper, stick them on, and then decorate each side with glossy accents. You'll see I do that on a lot of my ribbon ties.
You could use our page tabs.
You could use our page tabs. My glue's not coming out. Poke. Sorry, Kay, is your finger tired?
It's getting tired, yeah. It's hard work, this.
It is hard work, isn't it? Okay, pop that one. Thank you very much, glamorous assistant. So I'll put that one on there, and I can see that I would probably run a black line along there because that's a bit deeper, that one. So that's that one. Break that off.
Well, you did it again.
Yeah, I need your finger again, sorry. I need to just poke the pin in here again. It's good glue though, isn't it?
Look, it grabs really quickly, so
yeah. Okay, thank you. There. That's there. And there's one more thing to do. Just take my photo slots, find a little ephemera card, and we'll just pop those in there. There we are. So that is your, thank you, Kay. That's your Victorian Whisker album. Oops, you can't tie up. Finished. Thank you for joining us, and can't wait to see yours.